Hello and welcome to Starting Points, where one thing leads to another. Been looking at plants, flowers, wildflowers, artists, gardens for food and sustenance, and that sort of spectrum from seeds on up. These are two writers, contemporary writers, that wrote and published essays during the same period of time, from about 1980 to 1990, maybe a little beyond then. And they each have something they want to give. The essays by Alan Lacey are mainly focused on flowers or shrubs in some cases that create something beautiful for the eye and the spirit. Here's the gardener's eye, with a colorful painting there. That plant nursery there. Now, two of his books were samplers. They ground up as a miscellany, and The American Gardener is a sampler. He's edited these, so he was interested in old gardening books. You'll find different writers there that you might have read and hadn't thought of as somebody interested in flowers or gardening, like Thomas Jefferson, for example. This book is in color. That is, the photographs are all in color. Joe Pye Weed appears on three times here. Remember when we were starting out with wildflower and wildflower identification, and Joe Pye Weed was, there was one shrub that he recommended. If he had only one shrub that he would want, it would be the oak hydrangea. And I took his recommendation and said to Marty, "Oh, we got to try to get an oak hydrangea. Let's go and see if we can find one." And we did, and we're glad we did. Beautiful leaves in the fall, and little flowers, and the bees, native bees, come to it. And so Roger Swain his first book was called Earthly Pleasures, Tales from a Biologist's Garden. Now, his garden is a little bit different. It's not necessarily a garden with the artist's eye in mind as much as it is a garden that's more practical. But here's some of his contents essays. Time, Energy, and Maple Syrup is 14 pages, and Taste of Parsnips is 10 pages. Hard to imagine, eh? 10 pages on the parsnip. Seed Travels, a dozen pages. Tree Bark, 6 pages. Attraction of Wild Bees, 10 pages. Duckweed, 10 pages. Zeus and the Ash Tree. In the Night Garden, the fungus connection, the ripening of a tomato, the cultured cabbage, the squirrel and the fruitcake, rotten apples, mistletoe are some of the headings. And Field Days, Journal of an Itinerant Biologist. And in this book, again, I think I'll just firewood, avocados, gypsy moths, mulberry visions, bee bites, a practical gardener, a guide to breaking new ground, shows him out there in his overalls and hoeing away, trying to create mini greenhouses, and so he's out there doing things, sowing seeds indoors, seedlings under lights, both of those dealing with, especially important if you're living in a place with short growing seasons. Vegetable storage. Will it grow in the shade? Pruning a grapevine. They can grow pretty fast. Transplanting trees. Strawberries. And saving graces. The sojourns of a backyard biologist. There he is with the red suspenders. He did a TV series, and that was his trademark. Horse chestnuts, wasp and wolves, bright stars, dark nights, tree dreams, weather, walking boundaries, room for bats. Many of these will come up again in some of the other topics that we're going to look at in this series. Well, thank you for joining me. Until next time, bye for now.